Hello and welcome to Brett's Picks. It's episode, I don't even know, but I know it's week 5. I'm Gwen Schroyer. This is Brett Whitehead. How you doing, Brett?
Good.
Always happy to be here with you and bring this to you. First, before we get into college football, though, because we usually jump right in, we're going to talk about the amazing Atlanta Braves. I know you guys are watching this, and what an amazing offensive season they're having this year. Maybe priming for the #1 offensive team ever, but definitely in the last several years, an explosive offensive team. And they had a win last night. Did you watch that game?
I saw the highlights.
Saw the highlights. I watched it with my wife, Debbie. We love watching the Braves, and then I go to bed. So that game was absolutely amazing. And to top it off, it was another come-from-behind win. And just to be able to see that pursuit, but something really amazing happened last night.
Ronald Acuna Jr. hit his homer.
Hit a home run.
His 40th.
Well, he hit a home run, but then later
he started his 40th
he hit a single and then stole a base, which was number
70.
The man has 40 home runs and 70 stolen bases. That has never happened in the history of Major League Baseball as we know it. He started a new club. That was his words.
Yeah.
He goes, and I am the first edition of the 40-70 club. And he's right. That's never happened. We always used to praise players that were 40-60, but now we have a 40-70.
Yeah.
That was amazing. They won the night before too, so if they win tonight, it's a clean sweep of the Cubs.
I was going to tell you, we win, Baltimore loses, we get a home field advantage.
Home field advantage in the World Series if
Yeah.
we make it that far. Right now, the win last night clinched home field advantage through the NCAAF.
On Saturday for Atlanta.
So lots of marvelous things for Atlanta. If you watch that game, you know how much fun that was. It was just a lot of fun. I mean, they're playing like kids on the Little League ballpark. Just revved up, having a lot of fun. It was great. Also, Dansby was there.
Played for
the Cubs, so he got to witness all of that. Okay, enough of that.
Former Brave.
Let's talk about college football. Here's a look at our pickers, and you're not going to believe it, but #1, look at that. Brett Whitehead has moved up to the top of the heap, tied with Coach Payne. Good job, Brett. I'm proud of you.
And Mr. Garrett.
So not only does Brett come to you each week and give you what he thinks are going to be his best picks, which we'll go over here in just a second, but Brett is a really good picker. In fact, he has won a few competitions. He won the My Mix basketball competition one year, won prize money and prizes. He's also won this a few times and other picking shows. Cade Maynard and Mr. Garrett they are tied at third.
And
myself and Coach Hills and Mr. Langdon, Coach Massengill, who's new to this, Mr. Dewan Massengill, our new SRO/criminal justice teacher here, and he's doing a fine job. They're at #5. Sweet Pea, Mr. German, Sawyer Hughes, Coach Thompson, all holding up #9, and of Coach
Zach Carpenter.
Yeah, Zach Carpenter at 13, and I don't know what's going on at 13, but that's a long way from #1, Brett, where you're sitting. All right, first game, let's get right into it. Number 22, Florida is traveling up the road to Lexington. Game
Kentucky.
is at noon on ESPN, playing Kentucky Wildcats. Who do you have, Brett?
I have Kentucky.
Kentucky. Look at the hat. Look at the gangster. All right, next game. Texas A&M is at Arkansas. Noon game on SEC Network. Who do you have?
I have Arkansas.
Arkansas?
No. A&M.
That's it. Texas
A&M.
A&M. Look at him wearing the Arkansas. No, that's Texas A&M hat. And the next game we have, #1 Georgia at Auburn. This used to be a more evenly matched game, but Georgia has really improved in the last decade. 3:30 game on CBS.
On Channel 12.
This is the CBS game of the week. And who do you have in this game?
I have Georgia.
Look at that hat.
Darlia and Baylor.
Oh yeah, the Beard family.
They're Georgia fans.
So next game is number 24 Kansas at number 3 Texas. Texas doing really well. 3:30 game on ABC. Who do you have?
I have Texas.
Texas for the win.
At home.
At home. So next game is number 23 Missouri at Vanderbilt. 3:30 game on SEC Network. Who do you have?
I have Missouri.
Missouri. Checking out the trucker hat there.
I like the
Tigers? Yeah.
The Tiger.
All right, next game we have number 13 LSU at number 20 Ole Miss. 6 o'clock game on ESPN.
Playing Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin. And who do you have?
I have LSU.
LSU. All right, side capping again. Next game. Number 11 Notre Dame at number 17
Duke.
And this is a 7:30 evening game on ABC. And let me say this before you tell us your pick. If Duke should win this game, do you think they should be a top 10 team?
Yeah.
I mean, they're actually doing some phenomenal things this year. And I say also, they probably should be a top 10 contender, maybe at number 10. But who do you have in this game?
I have Notre Dame.
So no chance for Duke.
They ended up beating Ohio State.
That's right.
Last week.
You've got Notre Dame, and look at that hat. Really cool. Next game, big one here, Michigan State, rivalry game versus Iowa, Big Ten. And you're talking a 7:30 game on NBC and the lights. Who do you have?
I have Iowa.
Iowa for the win, the Hawkeyes. Next game, don't want to leave this one out. Number 12, Alabama is traveling to Mississippi State. Starkville hosting this game, an evening game at 9 o'clock.
On ESPN.
On ESPN. So who do you have?
I have Alabama.
Alabama. The next game, and I know you love this one, so before we get into the depth of it, let's talk about last year. What happened last year? Tennessee travels to South Carolina, and they're supposed to be this amazing group of athletes, and what happened?
They ended up losing to
bad. They lost so bad. It was horrible. So this year, Tennessee's looking for some revenge. But tell me, please, tell me, who do you have, Brett?
I have Tennessee.
Tennessee, number 53, Brett Whitehead, going to be on the field. You going to be on the field?
No.
You got your helmet ready?
No.
It's dark mode. You got your dark mode shirt on. And let me tell you something.
Collar shirt on.
Show us this shirt you got.
The Tennessee shirt.
Tennessee dark mode, nice. I'm wearing blue. What does that mean? I don't even know. Skills USA. All right, well, good college games. I hope you get to watch some of that this week. And remember what Brett says, who the winners are going to be, and maybe, it'll help you. Here's a look at some high school games that Brett has calculated.
For tomorrow.
So tomorrow, Bradley is traveling
to Farragut.
Up the road. This has always been a challenge. And as far as I know, Bradley's
we're not streaming it.
They're streaming.
Yeah, we're not.
So you can watch it on their stream, but
Yeah.
if you're good like that, you can hook up your technology, sync it up with the radio, so
With
you can listen to
Gary-
Gary and
with
Earl,
Coach
or
Rowan.
watch it on the Farragut stream. That's what I'm going to do.
With Coach Rowan and Gary
Earl.
Oldby.
Yep. So you've got
Saudi Daisy
Saudi
at Red
Daisy
Bank.
at Red Bank. That's a good game. They're close by, neighbors. Another neighbor game.
Here's a good one. Here's a good one right here. It's the game of the week
Game of the week. Go ahead.
for MixTV.tv.
What is it?
East Hamilton at Ottawa.
At Ottawa. And our very own Caden Maynard's going to be on location in that game, helping out and helping My Mix produce that. So yeah, it'd be a great game to watch.
Oh, and somebody else is doing the camera.
Who's that?
Gideon.
And Gideon, our very own Gideon Ratcliffe. Yeah. Former state champion right here.
A former student too.
And a student. State champion.
McMinn County.
Traveling over to Ray County.
To Dayton.
To Dayton on the other side of the river.
Howard comes down here.
At Walker Valley.
Plays
Big
Walker
game.
Valley, the Mustangs.
Playing the Mustangs.
Alcoa and West.
They're going to West.
Both teams
are tough. They're both undefeated.
Both teams are undefeated.
That's going to be a big one.
Bearden
at Maryville. Is this Bearden's year? Are they going to beat Maryville also? Maryville's having a pretty slack year, and I don't mean that disrespectfully because they're a powerhouse, but they've had some traumatic losses. Is this Bearden's year?
And
Meigs County,
Meigs, and McMinn Central.
McMinn Central. So Matt Moody up there coaching the Chargers at McMinn Central is hosting Meigs County, the Tigers. It's going to be a good game.
All these games are at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. So make sure you're involved watching there or listening on the radio.
You
or
listen to Talk 101.3.
Talk 101.3
with
Gary
Gary,
the Bears.
with Gary and Coach Rowland.
Yeah.
And
Walker Valley.
99.1, the
Walker
Fiesta.
Valley. Now Cleveland,
It's not playing.
they're out this week, so they're resting
They will play October 6th
next week.
against
And we
Bearden.
can go ahead and preview this. Next week is Bradley's homecoming, so definitely make plans and we'll see you there. In fact, that's all we have this week, except for this.
We're not going to be in school.
After next week. We still have next week.
Yeah.
And after that, we don't have school.
We're not going to be in school on next week.
The 9th through the 13th.
No, the first.
No, we'll be here next week.
Yeah.
The 9th through the 13th. He's ready to go on fall break already. I am too. But, we got some things to finish up. In fact, that's all we're going to talk about this week. So until next week.
And listen, the Mix
Except for this.
104.1 with the one. What is it? What
Eddie
is?
Cartwright.
No,
I mean, not Eddie Carr. Now I'm off.
he does the afternoon show in the afternoon.
Dwayne Williams.
Dwayne Williams. Listen to him. He's gonna give tickets away to the Tennessee South Carolina game.
You might want to check that out today. So
3 to 6.
now that's all we have. Is that all we have?
Yes.
Okay. I'll make sure. That's all we have. And until next week, we'll see you
On the sideline.